semis. Maximus Hale has had quite the season himself. He's had some signature wins for himself throughout his career. Number 2 seed for a reason. As now both these guys look for their to punch their tickets to NCAA's. The top 4 at 184 will get to Philadelphia.
Yeah, a lot of back points by Mulhauser in that first round. Got to his tilt many a times, was able to rack up a lot of points off of that first takedown. I believe it was first or second period tech. So as we get rolling, we'll see if this can be another high-scoring bout.
Mulhauser trying to give Hale a look there. Hale was a national qualifier last year, got to Kansas City, went 21-10. He's been a career 184-pounder. He's a senior for Penn. So his final go-around, he's 19-7 this year. He beat Mulhauser the last time they faced each other. Go back a few weeks ago to February 16th, a 4-3 decision for Hale. That is even as it gets. Head-to-head tie-ups once again.
Mulhauser only a sophomore.
Got off balance there. Hale on the re-attack around the leg, and a dive here from Mulhauser trying to avoid the takedown. Hale still around the legs, trying to finish this double. He'll drive, and he got it that time. 3-0.
A dynamic finish by Hale. Mulhauser doing a good job of trying to roll through, trying to find his defense, breaking the position and finding an angle, but Hale, seasoned, was able to follow really well, and on that second roll-through attempt, he felt it, and he was able to drop his hips and capitalize there for his 3-point takedown.
3-1 now after Mulhauser cuts loose.
Ride time, 27 seconds, not a factor yet, but definitely a chip away at that 1-minute mark.
See if Mulhauser can get some snaps here. Both guys in that neutral collar tie position. They're going to disengage and get back to center. Minute to go in this first period. Maximus Hale, the lone takedown to this point. Trying to work those underhooks.
Getting to his underhook. It's Max Hale. Pulling on the head a little bit. Still working on those hand fights, trying to find his ties and look for an angle.
Stalking forward. Mulhauser trying to find his offense now. Good snap down here. Gonna try to work an underhook on the right side himself, but to no avail.
Both of these guys kind of in and out on their underhooks.
Mulhauser trying to push forward now in neutral collar tie, head-to-head. Hale able to clear the ties. Good fakes by Mulhauser. Short time here, and the first period will come to a close. It's Maximus Hale on top, 3-1. After certainly earning that takedown in that first period. Now look at it, just Mulhauser just diving and rolling. Nearly was able to fend it off.
It rolls again. Mulhauser able to follow. Excuse me, Hale was able to follow.
We begin period number 2. Mulhauser to the down position for Princeton.
And Max Hale doing a good job of looking for that mat return. Almost runs into the official. Mulhauser trying to clear those hands, work his way back up, and they're going to go out of bounds, but he was clearing those hands pretty well. Seems to have almost gotten those hands free. A good bout thus far. 42 seconds of ride time in favor of Hale.
Mulhauser back to his feet, see if Hale can get him back down here. Looking for an elevation. He does, but Mulhauser able to spring off his knee right back to his feet, trying to cut at the hands. He's out for one, so riding time still not a factor. It's still under a minute, and he cuts it to 3-2.
Now Mulhauser on the edge. Both of these guys kind of moving their way back to the center of the mat as they continue.
just about halfway through the second period.
Quick fake here by Mulhauser. Starting to put a little bit of pressure on.
Hale has the lone takedown in this match. Shot here from Mulhauser. Good sprawl by Hale, working the front head in an underhook. Now an overhook on the right side, now back to the front head. See if he can take advantage of it here. 45 seconds. Mulhauser able to get up to his feet.
Going to an underhook is Hale.
He's going to drive him out of bounds. Referee just wants action. No stall calls.
No. Tried to throw it by for a second and get to a leg, but on the edge it's kind of hard to do.
.30 seconds now. Mulhauser pushing forward. Only trails by a point. He's in this match. With riding time not a factor. It's been pretty evenly matched outside of that opening scramble.
Pulls back to his underhook, in and out.
Maximus Hale of PENN.
Short time now, second period. Good fake there by Mulhauser. And both guys are just going to maintain center here. And we will head to the third period. It's Maximus Hale on top, 3-2. Looking to punch his ticket to NCAA's and the Ivy League Finals with a win right here. So he'll be down. Mulhauser can at least cut into the riding time a little bit, but you got to imagine he's not going to stay on top too long here. Caution on Mulhauser. He went a little bit early based on his setup. Hale trying to pop right up. Good ride initially by Mulhauser. Trying to cut into the riding time. Looking for a return, and Hale able to get out. Looking for a reversal. He's going to get it. Maximus Hale up top, 5-2. Riding time climbing back up in his favor. Out of bounds they go.
He cut away and sat. As he cut away, he sat really quickly and switched his hips over for that reversal point. They're going to call blood time really quick. Get people cleaned up and get the mat cleaned up. A great reversal by Max Hale. Quick action. We haven't seen his low-scoring bout here, relatively. I mean, our last bout went into overtime, to be fair.
I mean, as you mentioned, just a quick flip of the hips right there, and that reversal is massive. I mean, rather than just a 4-2 lead and riding time, being under a minute, now Hale back up by 3, has a chance to ride Mulhauser here and at least get some riding time. So in the event he does allow an escape, he could still have over a minute.
Yeah, these guys have been pretty solid when it comes to technical positions. They've been in a lot of hand fighting positions, a couple shot attempts here and there. Not as much of a scramble match as we've seen in the past with some of these other guys, like our last match or even the bout before. But these guys staying really technical, pulling and pushing on their hand fight and looking for their shots a little more technically on this bout. 5-2, 48 seconds of ride time. Very doable. It's a 3-point match for Mulhauser. Takedown would even it out.
See how fast he can get up, if he can get the escape, see if he can eliminate riding to make it not a factor as they clean up the blood here, waiting to resume. Over in the other semifinal, it's Chris Foca of Cornell, an 11-2 major decision. The top seed for the Big Red is off to the Ivy League Finals, and the All-American will await the winner of this match. Foca, one of the best guys in the country for a reason. Was an All-American at 174, up at 184 this year. As we're still cleaning up the mat and the guys over here on this mat, as finally ready to resume action here in our semifinal.
Minute 40 left here.
Hale looking for a big mat return. Mulhauser biding his time and got put down to his base. Riding time is now at a minute as they go out of bounds. So the situation right now, if that riding time stays over a minute, Mulhauser's going to need an escape and a takedown to tie it up at minimum. And looks like we have some more blood time. So another stoppage here at 184 pounds.
getting cleaned up. Sometimes they just got to go full nose plug and call it a day.
Or even the full nose plug and the
And the
tape,
wrap.
tape around the head.
Does not look fun. I was blessed with the genetics that I never busted my nose like that.
No nosebleeds like that?
No.
I've only busted my nose once, but in jiu-jitsu, not even in wrestling.
Let's see if they can get it cracking again.
I don't think about it. I don't even know if I ever took blood time when I wrestled. I would think it was one of the lucky ones. Although I didn't wrestle 100 matches like a lot of the better guys that are even at the high school level.
Yeah. I think more so getting cracked is where I would have my blood time come in.
So we do resume action. Hale looking for another mat return. He's got one. Mulhauser doing a good job getting right back to his feet. He's got to do a little work though here. Bring him back. Mulhauser trying to flip his hips, and again, Hale following well. Going to drive here. Elevate, going to try to bring him down safely. I'll tell you what, they're going to call more blood time in a second. I see it across Hale's arm. He looks to settle here, and another stoppage.
More blood time, and that one really got everywhere.
I believe it's coming from, there might be a cut on Hale's nose.
Oh.
Whether if it's cut or if it's just gushing right now. Even head coach Roger Reyna is in disbelief.
They need to clean up the mat a little bit more.
Oh, yeah, it's coming out for Maximus Hale.
Yeah. He was doing a good job of wrestling through it. That escape attempt by Mulhauser was strong, squaring his hips even. But Max Hale beat him to the corner when he was standing up, but was able to get to his legs pretty quickly. Ran him back down on that takedown and regained control.
Yeah, I was just about to allude to that. Mulhauser's doing a great job, like, as you should, just being able to bounce right from his knees right to his feet on all those mat returns. But
yeah.
Hale's doing a great job just following the hips, and as we saw in that last sequence before, another blood time stoppage right here.
Yeah.
Switching off to that double.
Yeah, it's important to know there's a big difference between getting mat returned and that being your ride time or just being ridden out, and he continually is getting up and out and not staying much on his belly. So, a lot of hope going into this last minute of the third period to potentially get his 1 point and maybe look to get his offense going.
He's got some time. Still a minute to go. Hale going to try to bring him back down again. Mulhauser cutting at the hands. There's another mat return, as we have mentioned multiple times. Mulhauser not getting to his belly. Good Granby roll, looking for a reversal. He gets around Hale. There's two. It's 5-4. Riding time is not locked for Hale, but Mulhauser cannot ride him out for a point of his own. He lets him loose at 6-4. He's got to get a takedown here. Riding time now locked for Hale. Mulhauser coming around, and out of bounds they go. So 28 seconds. It's essentially a 3-point lead for Hale. Mulhauser's going to need a takedown and a ride out to send a sudden victory. Mulhauser pushing forward near the boundary, and he's going to drive him out. Referee just wants action. No stall call here.
Princeton crowd is shouting for a stall call. Good action here by Mulhauser, but it might have been a little too late for him to throw the Jets on.
There's a stall on Hale. It's only his first. Mulhauser
10
pushing
seconds
forward.
left here.
Going to drive him out again. Again, Mulhauser's going to have to just throw it, go for something big here with 8 seconds left. And we even saw Coach Dubuque in the corner said, you got to go crazy here. Can he pull one out here? Kole Mulhauser going to get hit for caution here. Went a little early. Spotting the finals on the line here. Mulhauser
move him back.
Going for it. Inside trip. Hale whizzers here. A point for Mulhauser after the stall, but it's not going to be enough. Maximus Hale, 7-5 decision. He's off to the finals, and he punches his ticket to Philadelphia. We'll see him at NCAA's in a couple weeks. He's got a date with Chris Folka in tonight's finals.
It's unfortunate. I think if he had started that sprint earlier, he probably would have scored the points that he needed. He had good momentum going into the last 30 seconds.
valiant effort, but it's Maximus